Good morning, everyone. How you doing? Hopefully, you're doing all right. And ano- I come before you to give you a very brief commentate on last night debacle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. The scene was set for the Jacksonville Jaguars, 1-1, to come in and play against a 0-2 Miami Dolphins team who saw themselves first lose a a a tight a blowout, and then a tight game, heartbreaker, um, last week or earlier this week, Sunday. And they were coming into Jacksonville on Thursday in a turnaround week where Jacksonville Jaguars had beaten their divisional foe, the Colts, and then lost a close game against their division rival Tennessee Titans in Tennessee by merely 3 points. So the scene was set for two teams to collide. Where in a, if in and if you can say for the Jacksonville Jaguars this season, there is nothing about history in this young team because they're young, so they haven't experienced the history of losses that the Jacksonville Jaguars have, of course, racked up. So the mindset was coming into this. It was more or less a little cocky, and then we were kind of set up to kind of have the mindset that they're getting ready to turn the tide. They could beat Miami. They would go up 2-1, and Jacksonville would begin to have the respect that they felt that they deserved, even though they're a very young team. So the scene was set, and the game commenced. And what we saw before the game was totally not what played out in the game. When the game resumed or commenced, rather, the Miami Dolphins uh, um, uh, Fitzpatrick, he pretty much dismantled the defense. The soft coverage of Jacksonville was not able to deal with the soft and young coverage of Jacksonville was not able to deal with Miami's uh, offensive passing attack. He was able to drive down the court, rather the field, and he was able to put up four touchdowns against the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. Now, it wasn't as simple as that. There's a lot of things that happened during the game that probably was questionable. There was one of the turning of the game was, of course, late in the third quarter when uh, Miami was driving down. There was a series of pass interference calls, and then there was one call that sure Jaguar fans are very uh, disappointed in from the referees. It was unnecessary call when Kim Robinson was laying on the ground, and of course you had the two referees standing over him, and it almost my mindset almost went to the current crisis that we have in our country. But Kim Robinson, of course, we have all these people over him. Why were they over him so long? I have no idea what took the referees. What was the necessity of them trying to pull people off of the top of Kim Robinson? So Robinson, don't he's trying to get up. The man's trying to get up, let them play, and so he's pushing people out. Basically, okay, the play's over. You're trying to get up. You got all these people on you. Well, anyway, so they ejected him from the game because he touched the referee, who, by the way, was standing over him. So I think it was kind of it was very misfortunate that he was ejected from the game, and pretty much after that ensuing play, number 40 for the Jaguars had an pass interference call where uh, they put the ball on the 1 yard line, and of course uh, Fitzpatrick pretty much ran the ball in from the 1 yard line, and therein lies their their fourth score. So actually threw 3 touchdowns, and he of course ran one in. So what does this look like? What does this mean for the Jacksonville Jaguars? They're 1-2. They're now on a 2-game losing streak, 2 in 1 week. This was a bad week for the Jacksonville Jaguars. From Sunday all the way through to now this week here, the Jacksonville Jaguars are being exposed. And so today, the teams that see Jacksonville see how to stop them. If 0-2 Miami can stop the Jaguars, then of course, you know, our other opponents will of course see how to stop Jacksonville. This was not a good game for Jacksonville. It was not a good look. It was an embarrassment to the city of Jacksonville. Once again, like I say, plagued by penalties, poor play on defense. I mean, Miami had their way with the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. The Jacksonville Jaguar offense was stagnated, only putting up 13 points. And of course, the replacement kicker for Lambeau, of course, on the last touchdown for the Jaguars, missed the extra point there, and you see the score 31-13. So Jacksonville has a lot of work to do in order to be able to get ready for the next game. Young team, a lot of work on both sides of you know, both sides of the field. They have a lot of work to do. So what I say is that the Jaguars need to kind of just move on from this game, and as they prepare next week, they have plenty of time now. Since they played the Thursday night game, that means they don't play again till the following Sunday. Not this Sunday, of course, the following Sunday. So they have plenty of time to get ready for their next opponent. And so, but congratulations to Miami. You know, Miami, they came, they were talked about. They were the commentators were ready to put Fitzpatrick on the bench throughout the game and wanted to put the rookie in. But he came in there. He played actually marvelous. He played a good game, and he threw the ball all over the field. And they really came into Jacksonville and they embarrassed the Jaguars. That's pretty much what all it really I could say is. So that's my take on this game here. Jacksonville now falls to 1-2, whereas at one point they were in first place solely in the AFC South. Then they moved to second place on Sunday, and now by Thursday they have now moved into a last place. They're in last. They're in last place in the AFC South, which is kind of disappointing. It's disappointing that they didn't at least put up the fight that they had put up for the last 2 games against an 0-2 Miami Dolphins team. Well, Miami is now 1-2. Jacksonville is 1-2. So, with that being said, you all have a good day. Duval.